So, something I didn't mention before with the nibs, which I didn't know when I first started, and it's becoming more common knowledge now, so it's great, which makes me very happy, is when nibs are shipped. They are shipped with a fine oil on them, which you don't notice to the naked eye, but it makes it so ink doesn't like to stick on the nib. And I will show you. Oops. So I've just been shoving my finger oils all over it to try and demonstrate, because I've cleaned this one before. So let me get my Higgins Eternal. So my Higgins Eternal is a little bit older. Also something to keep aware of is if your lid stays open on your ink, it will evaporate at some point, so it does get thicker. So you just have to add water every so often. You'll start to notice, like, when it becomes really kind of like thick, like you can't do hairlines anymore when you were able to before. Just add a couple of drops, and I'm not talking open up the sink and and throw it in there. I'm saying like a couple of drops of water at a time. Okay, don't go crazy. Let's keep it cool, guys. So as you can see, this is, I don't really care so much about the prettiness of this particular plastic pen holder. I just stirred my ink with it. But yeah, there we go. That was the Higgins Eternal. And then let me see. Oh yeah, this one's a bit too clean. So normally what will happen is this is what it should look like. Oops. So I get ink on my fingers because I'm a noob. So this is what it should look like. It should be fully covered. And it should be covering, see that hole that's there? It's called the vent, or the well, right in the middle there. That should be covered. So normally it's just a hole like this, just like that. So when the nib is clean, that's what will happen. When it is not clean, what will end up happening is that the ink will bead because there's oil on it. So to clean that, I have like a little tiny jar of Windex that I keep nearby on that part of my desk. So there's a lot of ways to clean a nib. You can shove it into a potato, which I don't do. I'm like, I don't want to ruin a potato and like poke it with like nibs and leave it there for a few minutes. It's fine. I'll just use Windex. It's fine. It's cool. I know some people will lick them if they don't have Windex with them too. I'm like, I don't know if I want to put whatever chemicals are on a nib in my mouth, especially during the time of COVID. So, but yeah, essentially you just kind of like dip it in and you rub it off, and then you can test. And then as soon as the nib is fully coated, when you dip it into the ink, the oil is gone. You just have to be careful. I was trying to put some of my finger oils onto the nibs themselves, the nib itself, but it didn't work for my demonstration purposes. But sometimes that can happen if you're handling it and moving it out with your fingers and putting it in with your fingers. Just maybe with a little bit of water, test to see. But anyways, the point is, this is what the coating should look like. There we go. So it's fully coated.